the email address that you paid for your software with, and the license key, which would have come in an email. Make sure you use the license key and not the login, your user login details for your members area. Okay. Now the key is normally a long string of numbers and letters. So all you do is once you put your email address in and the license key, you just click on activate. You'll get a little message there that says license validation success. Your license has been activated, and then you just click on OK. And here, this has now opened up your software, and as you can see, you've got the software open here, and you've got a number of different options, little icons all around the software. Now, obviously, these different icons allow you to do different things within the software. So we're going to start on creating a new project. Okay. Now, so this is really simple. This icon here looks like a little reel, a film reel with a wand. This represents new project. Okay, is you just click on new project. Okay, and you have a number of different options here. I'm just going to go through each of them with you. Okay, so what you do is you name your project. Now, when naming your project, what you want to do is you want to think about naming your project related to something, related to what your project's going to be about. So for this example, I'm gonna choose music videos. Okay, I want to get videos. I want to get videos from YouTube, or track videos, sorry, from YouTube that are related to music videos. Okay, so you could also do movie trailers. You could do any topic that you're actually interested in. But I know for a fact that music videos are always a hot topic on YouTube. So I'm going to use music videos. Okay, so just type in music videos. Okay, and then the next step is asking for a YouTube app name and a YouTube developer key, and then it will ask for a Bitly username or Bitly API key, or a Google Google URL shortener key. Okay, so let me explain how all of that works. But before I do, let me just explain something that, okay, now you're looking at the software here and you can obviously see how it looks at the moment. Now, we're consistently updating and changing the software, and this is actually used for this is for training. So what I want you to be aware of is if the software that you actually receive maybe looks different, has some different features to it, or anything like that, don't be alarmed. It's just that we're doing changes to the software consistently. So if the software that you get looks slightly different to this software, don't be alarmed. Okay. All right, then, so let's go through setting up a new project and what you need to do. Now, this is probably the longest part of setting up the software, and it's not that bad. Once you've done it once, that's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. So let's go through it. Okay. So the first thing, after you've typed in your new project name, which we've chosen to be music videos, we're going to go for a YouTube app name. Okay. So let's. And as you can see up here, you've got two links. You've got one for YouTube API key, and you've got one for your Get Bitly API key. Okay, so what you need to do is you want to click on, first of all, get your YouTube API key. Now, because Google have bought out YouTube, this is going to take you to a Google website. So don't be alarmed, you are in the right place. It's just going to take you to a Google website, which will allow you to get your YouTube API key. Okay, so I'm just going to click on this here, and you need to obviously log in. So I've just put in my Google account details, my email and my password to sign in. Okay, this is obviously not my personal Google account. This is just a dummy account that I've created for the training purposes. And you're going to need to create quite a few Gmail accounts as you set up different projects. Okay, so let's sign in. Okay, and you're given, you get this page here, which is developer registration. Okay, now all you need to do here is you just need to agree to the terms, select your country, and just click on register. Okay, so account details for this Gmail account have been successful. Excellent. Okay, so you just want to create register a new product, a new product. Basically, you can use anything. You could use your name if you wanted to. So you could just basically say, and because this is going to be used for a number of different projects, I'll make it something generic and not specific to like a project name or something like that. So I'll just use the name in the email there. Okay, and then you just click on save. You don't need to fill out any of these other details. If you want to, you can, but I personally, I know that you don't personally need to fill them out. So you just click on save, and as you can see there, it says developer key. And what you want to do is you want to press Control A of that string. Control A is a good one to use because it makes sure that you've got the whole thing. And then you want to copy that string and you want to take it back over to your. Now, remember, this can sometimes be confusing for people. So we've got the YouTube app name, and then we've got the YouTube developer key. So what we just got just now, we just copy and pasted was the developer key. So you want to go to the next one down and put the developer key in, okay? And then you want to go back and get your app name, which is basically the name that you chose for when you create a new project, a new product, sorry. So you just take that name there, copy that, back over to the software, put that into here, and there we go. Okay, so it's as simple as that, really. It's not a hard process to actually set that up. I think you just need to see it. Next, we're going to create our Bitly username and get our Bitly API key. So we're going to do this from scratch. So you've got a link here again, which says get Bitly API key. Just click it. That takes you over to Bitly website. Now, Bitly website, as would have been explained to you on the webinar, is just a website which allows you to shorten a URL. So URL or website name. So what you can do is you can take an affiliate link that you have, you can pull it into Bitly for you, and then it will allow you to track all the clicks that have come through that URL. So this is a really powerful tool. Okay, so we're going to sign up for Bitly. I'm not going to bore you with me going through the sign up process. It's really simple. You just literally select your username, put your email address in, select a password, and you click on sign up. I think you can also use Twitter to sign in with or Facebook to sign in with. I'm not going to do that, but if you know how to do things like that, it's really simple. You just literally just click it, and it takes your Facebook details and uses those details to sign you up with. If you may want to do that, it might be easier for yourself. I personally I'm just gonna sign up normally. Okay, so I'll restart the video as soon as I've signed up, and as soon as you click the sign up button, it logs you straight into your new created Bitly account. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to select the drop down here, and you want to go to settings. Okay, so you just click on settings. So let me just go through that again, just to make sure you've got that. Okay, so once you've signed up to Bitly, or if you already have a Bitly account, you just log into Bitly the normal way you would. You go here to where it says your username. Okay, and you see like a little button here where you can get a little drop down. So you just get a little drop down there, and then you've got some options here, and you click on settings. Okay, click on settings. That takes you to your, and then if you just scroll down, depending on the size of your screen, you might have to scroll down a little bit. You scroll down, and you will see API key. Okay, and that is in here. So what you want to do is you just want to copy that API key, go back over to the software, and remember, don't put it into the username section, put it where it says, so you put that there. Okay, then you go back and you get your Bitly username. There we go, so username in. Okay, so what we've done so far is we've got our YouTube app name, YouTube developer key, and you can see it there. You've got your Bitly username, and you've got your Bitly API key. Okay, now don't get confused here. Where it says YouTube developer key, that's also a YouTube API key. So developer key, API key means the same thing. So don't get confused and think that you might be selecting the wrong thing, okay? And then the last one, what we're going to do is, as an additional option to shorten your URLs, we've also got a Google shortener, okay? So what you need to do is you need to go and get a Google shortener API key. So I'm just going to explain how you do that. So by the time that you watch this training video, there will definitely be some changes with the way that the interface looks. To get the Google URL shortener API key, you need to go to two different locations. Okay. Now, what we're going to do, obviously, is we'll put a link. We'll put links to those locations in this area for you. So there will be a link that are similar to the YouTube API key link and similar to the Get the Bitly link in this area for you. Okay. But I'm going to go ahead and just show you what you need to do and what the links are, so you can just actually see it in process. But you should, by the time that you actually get this, be able to just click the links and go there. If not, I will make sure that you get those two links where you need to go to get your Google URL shortener API key. Okay, so to get your Google URL shortener API key, what you need to do is you need to go to two locations. Okay, so the first location is code. So you obviously put your HTTPS Google APIs consoles. Okay, so let's go to that. Now, don't worry about trying to make sure you've got this link correct. As I said to you, these links will be given to you, so they're either going to be on the actual software itself, on that dialog box that I showed you. It's going to be somewhere around here. Okay, we might put it down here or something like that. But it will make it obvious for you to be able to get to these places. Okay, so you'll just be able to click a link and get to these places. Okay, now so let's go back over there. So first we're going to go to Google Consoles and we're going to sign in. And what you want to do is, I've obviously already signed up to this. So what you want to do is you want to go to services. I think the first time that you sign up to it, it will automatically take you to services. And what this does is this gives you access to all of Google's different API centers that they allow you to use. Now, you're not interested in any of these except the one that's second from the bottom. It may, now, what I want to make sure you're aware of is that it may move because Google, for whatever reason, may move what position it is in the list. So the one that you're looking for is the URL shortener API. Okay, And what you want to do is you just want to, as you can see, the others here, they're off. So what you want to do is you want to turn yours on. Okay, so it'll look like this, off. Okay, and you just want to turn, you just click it and it turns yours on. Okay, so that's in this section. That's all you need to do. So you log in. You obviously log into Google Consoles. Okay, and then you'll come down to the URL shortener API, and you'll just click on. Okay. Now, I said to you need to go to two locations, but it's two locations within the same place. So next, API access. Okay, and you just click on API access, and that's obviously just here, where you've got this little menu here. You click on API access, and then obviously what that will do there with you, it'll have your API key right there for you, and this is the API key that you're going to use. Okay. So basically, what you want to do here is you're just gonna take this API key, copy it. Okay. Make sure you've got all of it. Copy it. Go back over to the software, and you just enter it in here for where it says Google API key. Okay, so that's the API key there set. And the next step here, you see it says download, is to not touch this. The software creates this path for you by default. And my strong recommendation is to not change this at all. So we're just going to leave this completely alone. Okay. And then we're going to select our project type. Okay, so you've got two projects types. You've got Media Monetizer and you've got Media Hijacker. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to select the. So I'm going to explain both of these projects to you. This video, this training video, is going to explain the Media Monetizer, and the next video will explain the Media Hijacker. Okay, so what you'll see here, the initial things that we did to set this up, to set up your new project, is the same for Media Hijacker or Media Monetizer. Okay, it's the same. It's the same things that you need to do. So you do this once. You put in your YouTube app name, YouTube developer key, your Bitly username, Bitly developer key, your Google URL shortener API key. Okay, you put this information in once. Okay, and then you select your project. Now, once you've done that, once you've actually, so obviously I said here I'm going to select Media Monetizer. Okay, so once you've done that, you will no longer need to put in your YouTube API key, your Bitly key, or your Google URL shortener key. So the next time you see, when you create a new project again, won't be here. You only need to put in, I think it will be the name of your project, and select what type of project you're doing. But all of the YouTube app name, developer key, Bitly username, Bitly API key, and the Google URL shortener API key will not be needed. So this will disappear when after you created your. The first time you've done this, that will disappear. Okay. However, I'll show you an area that if you do need to, if for whatever reason you made a mistake and you didn't put your keys or your usernames or your app names incorrectly, you didn't put them incorrectly, then I'll show you a place in a moment later on within the video where you can actually change those if necessary. Okay. Now you've got here delete videos after uploads. You just leave that checked. You auto download, just leave that unchecked. You've got use. So you can either use Bitly or you can use Google's URL shortener. For now, I'm just going to use Bitly. However, depending on what type of affiliate links you're using, you may need to use the Google URL shortener, and that's just because Bitly sometimes has conflicts with certain affiliate links, so you may need to use the Google URL shortener. Okay, but if you do need to use it, you just click on that, and that will allow you to use that instead. Okay, so now let's click on. So yep, and then basically what you need to do next is just click on OK. And look, this is the beginnings of your first project started here. Okay, so you've obviously got a new screen here, and you can see you've got some tabs up here also. Okay, so it's opened a new tab which has got your music video overview, and then if you click on the start page, that brings you back to the start page here. And as you can see here, the first project that we created is in our recent projects. Okay, so we're going to go back to this tab here, okay, and you can see that some of the stuff here says that it's incomplete. So, whoops, let me do that. I'll show you that in a moment. It says that it's incomplete. So we're going to start filling out these different sections here. So let's start from the top, and I'll explain everything as I go along. So the first thing we do is you click on the top button, which is called Search Criteria. Okay, and what you want to do here is you need to be smart. You need to think about how you do this. Okay, now because I've selected my project to be called music videos. Okay, I'm going to use keywords. Okay, you've got two sections here. You can use keywords or you can use YouTube feeds. You'll probably remember from the webinar which you watched, which led you to purchasing the software, that there was two different things that you can select. Now, you can either use keywords or use YouTube feeds. Okay, now let me explain the differences between both and how to use them. First of all, if you name your project music videos, then it's going to make sense to actually use keywords. Reason being is because music videos, you're going to use keywords that are related to different music videos. So you might type something like Katy Perry music video, or the name of one of Katy Perry's music videos, Beyonce, a number of different artists that are out there, in whatever genre that you're interested in. Okay, so that's what you do. So if you name a project something as specific as music videos, then you'd probably want to use keywords. Okay, now if, for example, what you want to do is not as specific, where you just want to actually find videos that are trending, and you don't care what industry they're in. You don't care whether they're music videos, whether they're movies, whether they're computer games. You don't care whether there's some sort of controversy that's happened within the media. You just want to know what's hot at the moment. That's when you use the YouTube feeds. Okay, that's when you use the YouTube feeds. So what you want to do here is, if you've got obviously you've got some options here when you're using YouTube feeds, and probably what the best thing to do as well is, if you are going to use YouTube feeds, the best thing to do would be to actually name your project YouTube Feeds, YouTube Feeds 1, YouTube Feeds 2, YouTube Feeds 3, depending on how many YouTube feed projects that you